Is it logging you in?
Right now.
Okay.
That's static. I want to wait.
Gotcha.
Good morning, everybody. Joe Chacho here. Happy New Year to everybody. Just let you know I'm a little bit late on the phone. It said that all circuits were busy when I was trying to dial in. So if you get the issue, get that problem again, hang up and call back. Okay, let's talk about 2020. Let's sit and talk about where you're at, where you've been, where you want to go. So I'm going to recommend you take out a pen and paper, write down some things. And what this is going to do is going to kind of help you focus and give you direction. Not where you want to go, it's kind of a way for you to get there. Because what ends up happening, we always want to fly by the seat of our pants, and yet when we do that there, sometimes our pants fall off, and we don't accomplish the goal we want to do. So, let's kind of talk about what goals you have. I don't care what business you're in, I don't care what you're doing, you got to have some type of goal, because you got to have something you want to acquire, achieve, or you got to get to. And the only way to do that is that you got to hold yourself accountable to these things here. And by doing this here, by writing them down, keeping track of it, what it's going to do is that it's going to help you progress and move forward in an upward movement to where you can make more money. Now, we've always, not everybody, but a lot of people have been on a diet. And when you're on a diet, the doctor tells you, let's count your calories. Let's do only fats. Let's do mainly proteins. Let's don't do any carbohydrates. Yet, the only way for you to monitor what you're doing in a diet to keep yourself with the knowledge that you're doing the best thing, you got to keep track. And when you keep track of a diet by counting points or whichever one you're on, you're going to see the difference. You're going to see yourself losing weight, and you're going to start weighing yourself every day and say, man, I'm not going to cheat and eat that over there because I saw I lost myself 1 pound yesterday. It's the same thing in what we do. Ours is not losing weight. What ours is about is gaining momentum. So every day, every month, for the next year, we're going to sit and say, I'm on a mission. I'm on a roadmap. I'm on a schedule of what I've got to do. Now, you got to make yourself in your mind think that you actually are going to a job where you got to punch in and punch out. And by doing that there, you're going to work up a schedule that I have Jay send to everybody that we did up a mock schedule for agents to where what they're going to do, you're going to see Monday through Friday and Saturdays. You can work the hours out depending on your family life, depending on what else you got going on. And the thing about it is that it's going to help you decide what to do. Some of you got no idea what to do. Some of you guys already know this here. Some of you guys already do this here. Yet by looking at it, you may say, man, I forgot about doing that there. Let me try to incorporate that into this day here to make it a little bit simpler so I can do more door knocking. Because the thing about it is that right now, servicing your client is important. Calling your clients is important. Yet the only way you're going to make money is to offer, see, and sell more people. Now, the only way you can do that is that you've got to make up a schedule every day of what you're going to do. Now, number 2, programming yourself for 2020. Do you have enough carriers? Joe, all I want is 2 carriers. Joe, I don't want no more than 2 carriers. That's fine. Yet, do you have the correct carriers? Joe, I need to have the cheapest carrier out there. You know, Joe, I don't want that carrier there. The price is too high. I just want the cheapest stuff because I don't want to get replaced. Anything wrong with that thought process? No. But let me kind of give you the reality of that thought process. If you go to a carrier that does not draft consecutively for your client on that day, you're going to get a chargeback. Number 2, if you go to a carrier because you're looking at the little rate calculator we have, and you see this company is the cheapest company, and that's the one you're going to go with, and you don't know the underwriting, and you get declined, you made yourself a problem because you told the client you're going to get it for $50, and the real price is $57.50 because you wanted to give them the cheapest thing. And let me give you an actual reality check. You can't see what I have behind here. You got no idea what I got here. I'm going to show you what I got here. I got notes for me. Now, when you go to a client's house and you pull out your rate calculator, you don't go, hey, Mr. Client, let me show you all these prices here. I got one for $50, but the only one you qualify for is the one for $71.50. You're not going to tell them that there. So the client does not have the access that you have. They have access to Globe. They have access to AARP because that's all over the web. Yet, they don't have access to the carriers we got. So you have to sit back and have a conscious phone call with yourself. You got to talk to yourself and say, this year, I'm not going to go cheap. I'm going to go issue. Because the more applications you get issued, regardless of what the price is, that's how you're going to start making more money. Carriers that you've got to have, you got to have these in your briefcase. You got to have American Eagle because they only have a 1-year look back on anything related to the heart. Transamerican Standard, the same way. You got to have them. Okay? What carriers should you have? You should have them all, but it's too hard to keep track of them. Here's the way I do it. Pick one carrier. Pick Royal Neighbors. Royal Neighbors is my favorite company. Only for the mere fact is I know it inside out, backwards and forwards like the other ones. But for discussion's sake, Royal Neighbors. You can do a phone call, three-way phone call, get an approval. You can do an actual e-app, get an approval for final expense. You can do their jet issue term and their jet issue whole life. E-app, get approved right then and there. Once you learn that carrier inside and out, and the client tells you, Joe, my health is fantastic. I had a heart attack about 1.5 years ago. Can't go to Royal Neighbors, okay? They got 1.5 years look back for heart problems. If it's 19 months ago, they're going to get a graded program. Not as a bad, but you got something better. So now you're going to switch gears. You're going to go, okay, let me go to America. Let me go to Transamerica. Okay? When a client says they got COPD, emphysema, what carrier are you going to go with? So you got to go to the carrier placement guide that we have. So this is what you got to learn more. This is what you got to practice more of. You got to go back to school. You got to get your mind set that now we are in 2020 and all the things we did not do good enough, better enough, smart enough, we're going to make some lifestyle changes to do it for 2020. You know, Joe, it's kind of hard and this and that there. And, you know, what you end up doing is that you start thinking. You start thinking and you actually rationalize the mistakes you made because it's too hard to learn. Then you call me and you're complaining you're not making no money. The objections you can't overcome where you have almost all the tools. And if you don't like any of my tools on objections or overcoming objections or other stuff there, Google it. There's 1,000 people out there who can help you. Listen to me. I'm good at what I do, but there's other people that are greater than me. So what I'm going to recommend you to do is that when you're in a pinch and you don't know what to do, Joe, when I go to a front door, how do I do it? By the way, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Joe, when the client says I can't afford it, Joe, I want to sit and think about it. What do I do? Go to our webpage, look it up, or Google it. You're going to hear a lot of different people talking and pick pieces from everybody, put it together to where it flows out of your mouth better. Now, 2019 is gone. It's finished. I don't want to hear nothing about 2019. Joe, I had a bad year. Joe was terrible. Joe, this was that. The leads were terrible. Joe had chargebacks. What did you do good in 19? What could you have done better in 19? And what are you going to change in 19 for 20? Now, the most important thing is that you got to actually realize and say it out loud, I made mistakes. I messed up. I just totally screwed a lot of stuff up. Once you admit to yourself that you made a mistake, you're telling yourself it's okay. Now you're going to tell yourself, what can I do to do better for 2020? I'm doing it right now, guys. I'm doing it right now as we speak. Everything I did in 19, I sat back I was driving, I'm laying in bed, I'm in the shower thinking about what did I do good, what can I do better. Jane Heather came up with that app that Heather spoke to you guys about. Our new app, which is a greatest thing since sliced bread, you gotta get it. Let me kind of tell you what's in it. Remember we had Dropbox, you went to Dropbox to get this here, then you had to go to FE Calls to get the actual rates, then you had to go to our chachocrew.com office, you had to log in there to go to the back office there. Now it's one-stop shopping. Jane Heather has spent probably 6 months with this program to put it together, and we're still doing some tweaking, but Heather gave you her word with Jay that they're coming out January 1st, and it's out. Okay, everybody's got access to it. One-stop shopping. You even have our website training videos on there. So everything you need is a step away. Now, what it has on there is that if you need help, you're not sure what to do, you don't have to look up my phone number in there. Okay? You can go right to the site, need help now? Hello? Jay, this is Marie calling. I'm with a client. Can I speak to Joe? You gotta tell them you're with a client. So when you tell them you're the client, the bells and sirens go off, and I'm gonna get on the phone a lot quicker to help you out. Okay? Number 2, another one's got it. I need help soon. The client questionnaire is gonna pop up. You're gonna fill in everything. Diabetes, oral, pill, when did they stop? Or when did they start? They're on a shot. They're on this, and this, what medications? From there, you're gonna hit send, automatically send it to the office. We're gonna look at it. Myself, Heather, Jason, get back to you. They'll say, okay, put that client with Royal Neighbors, put that client with American, and put that client with AIG. So what we're here to do is to help you. We're here to assist you. There's a lot of value working with us. There's value with us working with you and you working with us. So I'm going to give you my word that I'm going to do my part to help you grow in 2020. Jay's going to give you his word, and Heather's going to give you their word that we're here for you for 2020. Now, the most important thing that you got to sit and think about is, where do I want to be? How am I going to get there? And how is my mind going to get wrapped around this stuff here? So next week, I'm going to talk about how to get your mind wrapped up in it. I'm going to talk to you the things you need to do, the things I'm going to recommend you to change, and the things that you've done good, we're going to make them better. If you got any questions, guys, give us a call. Everybody has access to our new site. You got to go to the App Store, download it. If you have any questions about how to do it, get with Jay or Heather. We appreciate you. Happy New Year. Hope everything was successful and happy, and all of us a prosperous New Year's. So with that said, guys, make it a great day. Drive safe. Be on the call tomorrow. I'm going to talk about how to get in the door. Person don't want to answer the door, you're going to punch him in the face and go in there, grab the checkbook, and run. Make it a great day. I appreciate you guys. Call us.